Hi, this is Lauren Travers, and I am here once again with the Q Studio Lab video series. And if you are coming to join us today because you're really looking for ways to help your child have more happiness in their day-to-day life and really find something that's meaningful to them, you have come to the right place. That is what we are here to talk about and grow together. In all of the experiences that I've had with kids, one of the big keys that I've had is, how do I listen to them? How do I help them find what's meaningful to themselves, not because of what I say to them, but because of what they discover for themselves. And that is what we're hoping in all of the work that we do as parents and as teachers, that we're able to support in each child. I have developed the resources, the means, the ways that can really help you help them. And in this third part of our video series on helping our kids find more happiness in their day-to-day lives, I think we have some new strategies that you're going to really enjoy. I want to say thank you to everyone who has stopped me on the street and told me what their wishes are for their children. All the emails that I've gotten have been just overwhelming in response and has been awesome. So keep them coming. Tell me what you really wish for and how I might be of use and help to you, because that is a big part of this conversation, is the ongoing discovery of what our children need next, right? So if you are just joining us, there are 2 other videos, and they really do make a difference in helping you find new ways of helping your children navigate the world and become happier people. So go back, look at those videos, and then come back and join us. In the last 2 videos, we talked a lot about the 5 magic ingredients of really supporting our children's autonomy. And remember, that was about choice. That was really about scaffolding our children, giving them the least amount of help necessary to be successful. Giving them varied experiences so that they know they can enter new experiences, and having friendships and deepening those friendships. And then all together finding that meaning. All of it helps children find their meaning in the world and for their hearts and minds and bodies and souls. Then we also talked about, but what happens when there's pushback? When they're saying, no, I really don't wish to do this. Please don't make me do this. And how can we as the grown-ups help them navigate those new experiences and deal with the anxiety that might come up with those? Now, in this third video, I am so excited to talk to you today about one of the other parts that has come up, which is, how do we develop for our kids that grit attitude and really that perseverance through the difficult moments? Because there have been plenty of times where I've had a child say, I just can't do this. They were very excited about writing, or really excited about soccer, or really wish to do art. And then they'd run into something and say, I can't do this anymore, it's too hard. And the question is, well, what do we do in those moments? And we can use very specific strategies to help transform this for them so that they can get to another place in their learning and push through to another place in really seeing they're capable. Difficulties come in all shapes and sizes. And when children face adversity, it can look like something very small to us as an adult, or it can look really big. But we don't always know exactly how our children are experiencing it. And so it's really important to try to get their perspective on what's happening, not just our perception of what's happening. So it might be if someone is mean to them. It might be if they can't figure out a math problem. It might be they can't figure out a technique, or they don't want to play piano anymore because it's gotten too difficult. All of these are adversities in different levels, and different children take them more deeply than others. And so we have to follow some very specific strategies. And in doing that, we really will help children build the confidence to have this grit attitude. And when your kids have that grit attitude, you know they're going to be able to navigate life. And it does allow you to relax a little bit, take that breath, and then help them through these moments they might need you. Your children will need you through these moments of adversity. And if you follow 5 steps, it will help you to really help them. So step 1 is actually prior to a difficulty. It's about choice. If your child has participated in choosing an activity, then they have more kind of feeling of connection to it, meaning in it. So they're able to hang on during a difficult transition or moment in it. That means if they've chosen to play piano, if they really wanted to go swimming, if they love chess, whatever the activity is, if they've participated in wanting to try it, it will make the next steps much easier. That's also true with friendship. If they've chosen the friend, then they're more likely to wish to figure things out if something gets hard with a friend. Okay, so step 1 is choice. Step 2 is to listen. When our children come to us and say, I really am having this difficult time, the first thing you want to do is say, tell me all about it. Let them tell you, pour it out to you, all the details of the things that are hard right now. Because in knowing the details, we actually then can get to more of the premise of what is the difficulty for them. Let them tell the whole story. And that leads us to step 3, which is asking questions. Not immediately jumping to the solution, but instead saying, oh, well, how did you feel when that happened? Oh, and then what are you thinking about this? Allow it to be their experience, not you telling them what their experience should be. That will make a huge difference. And the other part of this is actually thinking with them about solutions that they have for this situation. So again, this comes to asking questions. Do you have ideas about how you might solve this? Because your job is not to solve it for them, but to be a sounding board, to be the person who can be there and show them that it's okay to go through a difficulty. If they don't see us do that, if they don't see that a difficulty is just part of life, then they don't get to build that grit attitude that we wish them to have. So part of that grittiness is seeing, yep, there are sometimes hard problems, but you have faith that they can help figure them out. And by talking it through this way, they will know that. Okay, so we've talked about they've been participating in the choice. We've talked about they also are listened to. You've asked really great questions and let them talk and think about it and come up with their own solutions. And now part of what we're going to look at is giving them a way to experiment. The experiment step is, well, why don't you try it and see what happens? So that they don't have to have the perfect solution to get through it. They just have to have the next idea, the next solution, and they can experiment with it. That also means that you can give them a time frame. If they come to you and say, I want to quit this, I don't want to play piano anymore, then you can say, well, you actually need to stay with piano up until this point. Maybe it's the middle of the semester, maybe it's the next 3 classes, but there's a time frame. So try it out for the next 3 weeks or try it out for the next month. And then let's come back and have another discussion about it so that they feel like they're not in this for the rest of their life. There is a time frame that's part of it, and they have felt heard and taken in. And the last part I talk a lot about, and I said this in the second video too, it's about modeling. We have to model for them that it's actually okay to go through difficulty, that we don't have to lose everything when we go through our own difficulty. So this is important when they're going through a challenge. If we stay cool and collected and talk it through with them, they see that as the adult, we know they can do it, and also that we're not thrown too much by it. If we get really upset when they're really upset, we actually can't be so helpful. And so it's really important to try to hold, let them have the difficulty, because if they don't have a difficulty, they will not have the training in how to overcome difficulty when they get older. Life has difficulties, it's okay. But how we handle them, that's the important thing. I have a quote on our refrigerator at home, and that quote is, "Falling down is part of life. Getting back up is living." And if we teach our children that you can always get back up, then we teach resilience, and we also teach them that grit attitude that we want them to have. One of the common myths that comes up is that if something is difficult, then it's not for my child. They're just not able to do it. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. They can find something difficult, and it can be something they overcome and they find and they figure out, and it becomes a love. So don't pull them out of a class because they're finding something difficult. Really to go through the steps and talk it through with your child, or watch it through, because if your child's 3 or 4, they can't have a conversation about it. You have to watch them and support them and follow that step we were talking about in terms of scaffolding, giving them the least amount of help necessary to be successful. Now, the other myth that comes up a lot is this idea of, if I keep my child in their comfort zone where they feel confident, then that confidence will grow. And what research actually has shown us is that when children stretch out of their comfort zone, try something brand new, that actually that is what builds that grit and also that self-confidence, because they know they are capable of trying new things and not just staying within one arena of their life. It's been really wonderful to share all of these experiences and ideas with you over the last 3 videos. And I know a lot of you have said they've been helpful already. And we hope that as we grow our community together, we discover even more strategies that can help all of us together grow as a community. So you may be wondering, what kind of environment actually nurtures all of these parts together that we've been talking about? Where can I help my child get the skills in their autonomy? Where can I help them find all of the support necessary to build meaning and happiness in their life? And we're really excited to share with you this summer. We have a summer camp that we've been able to put all of these things together and create something really magical. This summer, whether your child's turning 5, whether your child's turning 12, this summer for them only happens once. And we know it's special. We all have memories of turning 8 and what happened that summer. Turning 10, what happened that summer. Well, this one is theirs. And we have something really special that is opening. Our camp registration's opening on Friday. And to celebrate that camp opening, we have a really incredible offer for you for this week. And we're looking forward to having you join us for it. If you can come to our event on Friday night, we would love to have you there too. This community is real, and what we can do together is real. And what we can do for our children is extraordinary when we work together. To celebrate the beginning of camp, we have a special early registration offer. All the details for camp and everything about it will be coming to you shortly. And we're really looking forward to sharing what an incredible summer this can be. While you are waiting for the details, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your child's wishes are for the summer, what your wishes are for the summer. I hope we get to see you soon. Take good care.